Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be going through all of my November favorites, and I don't have like a ton of stuff this month, mainly because I feel like I've been doing so many like talk to camera videos that I think I've told you all the stuff that I love a lot already in my past few videos, but I do have some more things that I'm going to show you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I have in my favorites, it's actually a brand. So the brand that I wanted to... but it's this new brand called ColourPop. I'm not sure how old it is, but I started seeing it on Instagram maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and I became obsessed just by seeing people's swatches, so I really wanted some of my own. So I have a ton of different colors of the lipsticks, lip liners, and the shadows, but just so it's not overwhelming, I'm going to show you some of my favorites that I have. So the first two things I'm going to show you are actually lip liners, and the colors that I have are Wet and Skimpy. So this one is Wet. They have like a corresponding lip liner with each lip color, which is kind of cool. So this one is like a taupe stone colored lip liner, which obviously I'm gonna love that. Here's the color right here, and it goes with the Wet Lippy. And then I have Skimpy lip liner. This is like a nudish, really neutral undertoned lip liner color. I don't have the actual lipstick that's supposed to go with it, but I wish I did because I really like this nude. And then the actual lipsticks that I wanted to show you, so I already showed you Wet, which is the metallic taupe color right here. The other three that I wanted to show you, this one is Bunny, and this is a pearlized one. And I know this is not going to be like a very popular color with a lot of people, but this is like a bright holiday Christmas green. I like this shade. I would definitely wear this just because I really like the undertone of it. It's like a very yellowish green. The next shade that I wanted to show you, this one is called Frida. Some people compare it to like a Kylie color, but honestly I'm so sick of hearing the Kylie Jenner lipstick because I'm just over it. It is a nudish kind of pinky color. I don't even know what to call it, but I do like it. It has a very nice texture, and this one is a matte finish. And then the last one that I have is called Leather. This is also a matte finish lipstick, and if you're looking for a good purple, I think this one is a lot of fun. It has really good pigmentation in it. That was just a couple swipes, and I'm pretty sure it does have a matching lip liner. I think they all do, but I don't know where this one is. Okay, and then for the actual eyeshadows, these eyeshadows are really, really cool. It's very different from eyeshadows that I see coming out lately. There's so many new emerging brands, but this one stuck out to me because the formulation is so different than anything I've ever used before. These are called the Super Shock Shadows, and this is what they look like. They come in like a white little pan. They have really crazy, intensely pigmented shades. When you dip your finger in it, it almost feels like a sponge, and it almost feels a little bit cool. It's kind of like a pressed pigment, almost like a cream, but not quite. It's very difficult to explain. But most of them have a very like high metallic glittery finish. For the most part, I would recommend using these shades like just on the lid or on the inner tear duct or something, or like packing it all over. It's not much of like a blending eyeshadow, if that makes any sense. I'm going to show you like some of my favorite shades. This one's called Fantasy, and I know I've used this one in a video before. There is the color Fantasy. This one is called Game Face. This one is Get Lucky, and I definitely recommend this one if you like using golds or soft golds or browns or neutral shadows. This is a really pretty one to put right on the lid or like for holiday looks or something. This shade is called Liberty, and I don't even like silver eyeshadow that much, but the pigmentation in this makes me love it. This is literally like liquid silver. And then this one is called Bae, and honestly I just really like the name of this one, but it does have a cool color too. It's like almost a blackish blue with like purple reflects in it. Oh, it's a lot more purpley actually when you swatch it. And there is the swatch for that one. It's kind of like a blue-green or a purpley green pigment. But here are just 5 of my favorite shades. All right, the next thing I have on my list of favorites is actually my glasses, which I never, ever thought I would say. But I finally got some new eyeglasses. I've had these ones for the past, I don't know, like 3 years or something, and the prescription was like so old and I could barely see anything anymore. Like it was literally an unsafe situation when I was driving. The eye doctor that I had, it was a new place that I went to, and they picked these ones out for me. They said that I should probably get something a little bit larger that was a little bit more trendy and fashion forward. Mine were like too skinny, I guess. But these ones, I feel like they frame my face really well. I can't see it all right now because I have contacts and glasses on. I really like the shape. I've always had like a black rimmed glass. That's just the way that I roll. I've tried doing like the rimless stuff and it just doesn't work. But I really like these ones because they are a little bit bigger, but they don't touch my cheeks when I smile, which is like my biggest annoyance in life. That's typically why I never wear sunglasses. I actually hate sunglasses because they always touch my cheeks because I have a big face and I can actually see in them. And these are Tom Ford, and I know so many people on my Instagram have been asking me what the style name is. It's TF5146, and they don't touch my cheeks, see? Okay, so the next couple things that I have are some brushes, and I know if you watched my foundation routine, I probably babbled on and on about this brush for a long time, so I won't talk about it too much, but this is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. This is not the blush brush, which I know a lot of people were getting confused on. This is just, it literally just says Small Tapered Brush, that's it. It was $3, so it was a very inexpensive brush. And this is what I use to set underneath my eye area. I like it because it comes to like kind of a point. It's tapered all the way down, so that way it applies product evenly to your under eye area, and it's soft, it's synthetic, so that way it doesn't like hurt your under eye area and it's not too spiky. And then my next favorite brush, and I know I always talk about really inexpensive brushes, so this one's gonna be kind of like not in that category. This is an expensive brush. This is from IT Cosmetics. And this is the Heavenly Deluxe foundation brush. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. I will link it down below. So typically for me, I like to do fuller coverage, so I'll use the Sigma F80 brush, which you can see is very, very dense. And if I want something a little bit softer, I would come in with this one. This is the Heavenly one from IT Cosmetics. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera, but it's a lot less dense, but it still has the same shape and everything. So this adds a really nice, even coverage to the skin. If you have any problems with like streaking foundation, or you feel like it just doesn't apply very evenly, I would recommend this brush because it literally gives it like a perfect beauty blender finish. I think this was like in the $40 range, which I know is really expensive, but I'm pretty sure this brand is sold at Ulta. So I know Ulta does like coupons and stuff all the time. So if you can, and you like a more light but really even coverage, I would recommend this brush. Okay, next thing I'm gonna quickly talk about is actually my nails. So this is my new nail shape, and this is I guess called a ballerina nail. So I did have square before, and I do like doing acrylics because your nail polish doesn't really chip because it doesn't have like the oils in your fingernails or something. I hate chipped nail polish, and I absolutely like hate doing my own nails, so that's why I get acrylics, but I do get them really short just because it's more comfortable for me. So I did have square shaped nails before, but I felt like it was looking really, really 1999, so I had to switch it up. I didn't want to go with like the full-blown claw because that scares me and it's just like a little bit too much, and I just have this vision of me like stabbing myself in the eye when I'm taking out my contacts. So I went with this shape, and it's called Ballerina, and it's kind of, it's like an oval, like a squoval shaped nail, but it has like a flat top haircut, so it's just like straight off, like straight cut across on the top. So it's working out very well. It's actually easier to take out my contacts with this shape. And then this nail polish color, I do like it. I don't remember the name. It's from OPI, like something Boss Me Over, Nova, something. I'll try and find it. But this is the color that I did want, and this is from Probelle, and it's called Sweet Pink. It actually looks kind of like a lilac nude shade to me, but I guess it's pink, but I don't really know about that one. This is the color that I'm gonna get next time I go because I used to get really, really dark colors, but it just shows too much when your nails start to grow out, and it really bothered me. So I'm gonna go back to like nude shades. So the next thing that I have is a LimeCrime Velveteen. And I first bought these like a couple months ago, and I didn't think I would like the whole liquid to matte lipstick, but I kind of do. And this color that I have is called Wicked. I've seen people wear it, and I didn't really have any intentions on buying it. It was somewhat of an impulse. I don't even know what the undertone is. I couldn't tell you, but I just really like the way that it looks against my skin tone, and I don't really like reds that often, so I had to add this one to my list. Oh, there it is. It's starting to dry a little bit so you can see what the color looks like, but it's pretty, right? Next thing I have is a Wet n Wild lipstick, and this is the color Cashmere, and this is the color that I have on my lips right now. So I do have to say something, it is a metallic shade or a frost, whatever you want to call it. But because of the lights I have in front of me, it looks extra frosty and extra metallic-y. It almost looks like I have like light bulbs on my lips or something, but it's not that bright all the time. It's only because I have the lights on me. But Cashmere is good if you really want to wear that kind of taupey, grayish color, but you need something a little bit warmer. Okay, so here is Cashmere right here. And I'm gonna swatch it next to Wet from ColourPop so that you can see the difference. So they're not crazy different, but the middle one is the Wet n Wild Cashmere, and then this is the ColourPop Wet shade. I wanna say the Wet n Wild one is almost a little bit more of like a raisin kind of mauve shade, and then the ColourPop one is like just straight up taupe. So if you're still wanting to try that metallic-y shade, but you don't want to risk buying it online or spending too much money, I would try the Wet n Wild one, the Cashmere, because I'm pretty sure it's like 99 cents, so it's super cheap. All right, next thing I have on my list is a palette, and this is from IT Cosmetics. Clearly Sunrise is my favorite shade. It's like one of my new fave transition colors to use. But a lot of these shades, they're very easy to wear. Even if you wanted to go with like the blue, it's not like straight up blue, so it would be easy to do. But you have like the blues, you have the purples, and then you have like the earthy toned neutral shades. Overall, they're still pretty neutral in general. And then they have this, I don't even know what this is for. It's supposed to be a transforming shade, but you could wear this as a highlight if you wanted to. So this is just a nice palette to bring with you. If you're going on vacation. I actually brought this with me to Vegas, and I also brought it with me when I went up north for Thanksgiving. I've just been kind of catching myself bringing it with me a lot lately, so I think it's a good investment to make. Oh, BTW, I did want to throw it out there that I did get the Chinchilla lipstick from LimeCrime, and I was I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but it seriously looks lavender. It's like the most lavender gray color I've ever seen. It's still very pretty, but it's like literally purple. And this is not one of my favorites. I just thought I would talk about it. I do have the LimeCrime Lilac. I don't know why I bought this. This was like 2 years ago at IMATS when I just bought everything I could find. So here is an actual lilac lipstick right here. This is Chinchilla, this is the Kiko Taupe, and this is actual lilac lipstick. And I feel like Chinchilla looks closer to lilac than it does to the taupe color. Maybe, am I crazy? Last makeup item I have is my LimeCrime Venus palette, and I've had this for, I don't know how long I've had it, at least a month, and I was kind of afraid of it at first. I don't know why, but here is the palette, so that way everybody can see it in all its glory. It is a grunge palette, so you're supposed to be able to do like the blown out, grungy eye looks, whatever it is that you want to do. And it has a lot of reddish undertoned shadows. But so far, my favorite shadows in here, Creation is really cool. Muse is like one of my favorite things to just rub all over my face. I really like this color. Rebirth is awesome, but this shade Aura is kind of like everything. It's the perfect white gold shade. And then also this one, Shell. I've been having a hard time trying to figure out what I wanted to do with Shell, but I just did like a smoky eye the other day where I popped it on the inner corners. And I was kind of digging it. So there's Shell, and then here is Muse, which is another really fun eyeshadow. They're all really, really pigmented. They all blend really well, but I'm pretty sure this palette is out of stock again. I think it goes out of stock like every other day. Okay, so that was everything makeup and beauty related that I had for my favorites video. The last thing I have is clothing, and it is a jacket that I got from Lulu's. And it is Obey, and I'll have to do like a zoom out thing, but it's a vegan leather jacket, which is a new term for faux leather, but it is like a little bomber jacket. I really like the quality of it. It's heavyweight, and the inside is like a really nice fleece material, and then the sleeves are whatever that is. But I just got that a couple weeks ago off of Lulu's, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I wish I could wear it more often, but it's like really hot down here. So that wraps up all of my favorites for the month of November. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.